there, sleepyheads. Ever had one of those days where you're so exhausted, everything feels like it's moving in slow motion? You know, when even lifting your coffee cup feels like a marathon? Well, I've got a story that'll wake you right up. About a town that actually did move in slow motion, and it's absolutely wild. Picture this: Hibbing, Minnesota in the 1920s. Just your average American town. People going about their daily lives until someone made a pretty interesting discovery. Turns out the entire town was sitting on what might as well have been a gold mine. Except it wasn't gold, it was iron ore, and not just a little bit. We're talking about one of the richest iron ore deposits in the country. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The mining company comes along and basically says, "Hey, we hate to break it to you, but we're gonna need that land you're living on, all of it." Talk about an awkward conversation, right? But instead of just telling everyone to pack up and leave, they came up with this absolutely bonkers plan. They decided to move the entire town. And when I say entire town, I mean the entire town. 200 buildings. We're talking houses, schools, churches, businesses, everything. They literally picked up Main Street and said, "Let's scoot over about 2 miles that way." Can you imagine what that looked like? Picture yourself sitting in the church one Sunday, listening to the sermon, and someone pokes their head in. "Sorry to interrupt, folks, but we need to move the building now. Don't mind the creaking. We'll try to keep it steady." Or being a kid in school, and your teacher casually mentioning, "By the way, next week we're having class 2 miles down the road." Same building, different location. The whole process took over a decade. That's right. For more than 10 years, Hibbing was essentially a town on wheels. The crazy part, the people of Hibbing just dealt with it. They were like, "Oh, your house is moving next Tuesday. Cool, mine's moving on Thursday. Wanna grab coffee in between?" And here's the kicker. If you visit Hibbing today, you can still see where the original town used to be. Except now it's basically just a massive hole in the ground from all the mining. Meanwhile, New Hibbing is still going strong. Probably with some of the best. You won't believe where this building used to be. Stories in America. So next time you're feeling sluggish and think everything's moving too slowly, just remember, at least you're not having to relocate your entire house because someone found iron ore under your living room. Now that's what I call a real